fight so everybody can have healthcare. If I accomplish nothing less in my career in politics, I want everybody in this country to have healthcare. Imagine what that would feel like for people.
Dr. Abdul Al-Sayed, thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a lovely conversation.
All right, he cooked. And then last hit piece of Sunday. Last hit piece of Sunday is Rick Scott. Senator Scott is furious with Dems amid Hasan Piker feud.
Since changes. Nobody at the FBI has ever been held accountable for the over 200,000 Americans that have been served. Next administration start having a real conversation about how we do that, and I'm very optimistic.
Okay, so I want to get to this issue as well with Hasan Piker. He spoke.
Bro, I don't want to be perceived this much, okay? I feel like this is crazy. How is this still going on? How is this still fucking going on? I mean, Rick Scott's like, he's got a bone to pick with me personally. He's just real mad that nobody gives a shit. I think it's really funny because like half the people don't believe him when they're like, yeah, we understand. He was using hyperbolic language when he was making a point, a rhetorical point about Republicans not giving a shit about Medicare fraud. And then the other half is like, no, I believe that he said that, and I like it. And I feel like the second part, like the second thing is worse for him overall. And I feel like every time he cries about this, like more and more people swing from the first position to the second one. You called a hit out on him and he won't shut the fuck up because he realized no one cares. I didn't even call a hit out on him. I didn't. But it is really funny that there are people who sincerely believe that I did and actually are on my side on this issue. Like, I would not have expected people to legitimately be like, no, we actually are on board with that second position. I didn't say that, or it wasn't my intention at all. And I feel like Rick Scott is turning that into the resounding message in this situation, which I find to be very funny.
At a function.
Yeah, like my goal there was to highlight the hypocrisy of the Republican Party, right? Rick Scott has turned this into a public poll on whether or not people want him assassinated for some reason, and the outcome of that poll is not one that favors him at all.
This week, and this is somebody who said of you, quote, if you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott. He spoke at Yale this week. You said Yale should lose its funding over that. I want to read something from a piece in the student paper. It says this: in a truly free society, we enjoy the right to debate and mock those with unsavory views to prove them wrong in the court of public opinion.
Wait.
By threatening Yale funding for merely...
Oh my God. Wait, is Fox News also shitting on Rick Scott? Wait. What the fuck? Yo, wait, hold on. They didn't just let the quote hang. They also showed the quote, even though the full context of it is me responding to Mike Johnson. Oh, the person who wrote this is a conservative.
Engaging in debate, Scott rejects our core American values. Your response?
Well, first off, he wants me killed. He wants every capitalist murdered.
I don't want you killed, man. I don't know why you have turned that into the main point of contention here, and it almost feels like other people. The more you put that up, other people are now coming on board with that message for some reason. I would just advise you to stop saying that. It seems, because you're such an unbelievably unpopular person that like every time you say that, more people get on board with that message. I don't know why you're doing it. You keep crying about it. Rick, stop crying about this. I promise. Like it's probably better for you to just leave this alone. You know, you're not going to get across your wishes here. It's very, very strange that people just Like every time you bring this up, more and more people are aware of your award-winning Medicare fraud that you committed to the tune of $1.7 billion, right? Like that's probably not good for you. And when they find that out, they turn around and go, wait a minute, I kind of am on board with this. He started to add, he wants every capitalist killed because nobody cared about him. Yeah, I know. He's just like trying to add on to the pile. He's like, he loves 9/11. He wanted to do a 9/11 on me, okay?
He said that we deserve 9/11. He's clearly anti-Semitic. Democrats are campaigning with this guy. He went to Cuba. He went to Cuba with Democrats. He didn't go to the prison where here's an example of a political prisoner. This is what's happening in Cuba. No, they went down there and stayed at a 4-star hotel. So this is the Democrat Party today, and that's why I'm furious with Yale. The Democrat Party.
He's just like, again, not addressing the question at all. Why are you anti-free speech was the question. He never mentions how much medical fraud you've done. I know. I am not an award-winning medical fraudster like Ricardo is here, okay?
Supports this stuff. Yale, if they want to go support somebody that wants capitalists murdered in this country, right? So I don't want them to get any federal funding. I mean, it's pretty simple to me. They shouldn't be doing this.
So what about the debate, though, that conservatives have been having over the last couple of years, that they've been run off of campuses, their viewpoints have been silenced?
Ooh, wait, what? Why is she turning this into a free speech issue? What the fuck?
Haven't been allowed to talk, and that the First Amendment...
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, why is this Fox News Sunday anchor Shannon Bream seemingly on my side on this? What is happening?
I mean, it's pretty vigorous. The Supreme Court, just a couple blocks from here, is very supportive of it. Do you think there's any conflict in that position in saying that Yale should lose funding over this?
She keeps saying you're being inconsistent. This is at odds with the values of free speech.
Well, first, these universities can do whatever they want. Don't come to the federal government and ask taxpayers from Florida to fund them. Why are we funding Yale? Why? Why are we funding these?
I don't know. Maybe because they're doing incredibly important research. Like that's if we're going to cut off funding, I think we should cut it off to Israel, right? And not our universities.
Places. I believe in the First Amendment. I believe everybody has a right to do these things. But my tax dollars shouldn't go there. When they want to support people that want to murder me and murder capitalists and are anti-Semitic and saying America deserved 9/11, right? So that there's no way.
Again, she goes, don't you think speech that you disagree with should still be allowed? And he turns around and goes, no, speech that I don't agree with should absolutely get the fucking funding hammer. Okay? All right, buddy.
My taxpayer money from Florida should be going to these places.
All right, Senator Scott, we appreciate your time. Thanks for coming on.
Incredible.